Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the EGD zone. In today's video, we are focusing on a grade 11 interpenetration and development question. And looking at our question, we are given the incomplete front view and the top view of a branch pipe that has been shaped to fit around the main pipe. The axis of both pipes lie in a common vertical plane and the starting position of point O on the drawing sheet. Okay, and if you can look on your drawing, you are given two cylinders, which is this one will be the main pipe and this one will be our branch pipe. And looking at our instructions, we are instructed to draw to scale 1:1 the given top view, the complete front view showing the curve of interpenetration, and we must develop the surface of the cylindrical main pipe using point 1 to 2 as the start position. Okay, so like as I've said, this is our main pipe, and we must develop the surface of the cylindrical branch pipe. Use point A as the start position, meaning this is our point A. Okay, and then we must show all construction lines, calculation, and fold lines. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. You must show calculation and fold lines, right? And one thing that they forget to say is that planning is very important. And now, if you can check here on our given, you can see that one cylinder, which is our main pipe, it has a diameter of 60, and then the other one, it has a diameter of 50. Okay, we are also given a height of the main pipe, which is 70, and we are given an 18mm distance away from XY line to where our center line of the branch pipe is. Okay, and it is at an angle of 30 degrees, and then it is 18mm away again from our branch pipe, main pipe I mean. So now, as you can see that I have already started with my main pipe here in my top view. So I will also need you to take your compass and set it to radius 30. Okay, simply come on your measuring ruler and measure radius 30. And with radius 30, you can come on your center O, you construct your full circle. Then after constructing your full circle, always when you are dealing with cylindrical pipes or anything that deals with a circle, you have to divide our circle into 12 equal parts. Alright, and then now you can label this 1, 2 all around here until you get to 12 again. Okay, and then one thing also that you will need to do is that you will need to construct your XY line any distance away from your top view. Alright, so any distance away from your top view, and then you construct all your numbers to the front. Okay, from 1 until 12. So I'm going to start on the side. Here it will be my line 5 and 3. Here it will be my line 6 and 2, 7 and 1. Then here it will be my line 12 and 8, 11 and 7, and the last one is 10. So every time when you are dealing with pipes or any solids, you always have to label. So we have to take this measurement also on our front view. Okay, so here it will be 4, 4. Then on the second line here, going to the left, it will be 3 and 5. Also here, 3, 5. And then this third line here, it will be 6 and 2. 6 and 2. Then the center line, it will be 1, 7, 1, 7. Okay. And then here we have 12, 8, 12, 8. And then we have 9, 11, 9 and 11, and the last one here is 10, 10. So I hope you also get the same numbers I got here on my front view. Okay, so you just have to use a solid line to close off your front view of your cylindrical pipe. Okay, so now one thing that you need to is that you will need to measure our 18 here on this center line, because it is shown that from this center line we have an 18mm where we will have to put our 30-degree angle. Okay, so 18 will be here. So once we have our 18, we take our 30-degree set square, and then from that 18 we can construct a center line. Okay, and then now from that center line we will also need to construct a 60-degree angle center line here for our auxiliary view of the branch pipe. We are going to construct our auxiliary view with a diameter of 50. Okay, so now we take our compass again and set it to radius 25, because diameter 50 has a radius of 25. Okay, so with this radius, you can simply put it here on your center, and then you can do a half circle if you want, and then if you are going to get confused, you can do a full circle. Okay, and then also this circle you have to divide it into 12 equal parts, right? So for me it is easier with a compass. And also standing here, coming also on this side, and then now you are done. So in order for you to get your labeling right, because they have told you that this is A, okay, so meaning this point will be your A here, so you have to label A there. Okay, and then now I will need you to take also again your 30 set squared, 30 by 60 set square, and then construct every point here on your circumference of the circle to the front view. Okay, and then we are going to label after. And then now again they give you a measurement from your main pipe here until here the base of your branch pipe, which is 18. So here on line A we are going to measure 18 from where line A meets with our main pipe here. Okay, we are going to measure 18 from here going to that side. 0, 1, 8. Okay, so again at an angle of 60, as you guys can also see that this is an angle of 60 here. Okay, I don't just come with my own angles, so you can use a solid line here, and then also here, right? Then you can label this one A again. Okay, so now we'll also need to come again here to have our auxiliary view of the branch pipe. So creating our center line here, and then you take your compass again with the same radius of 25. You construct your full circle there. Okay, this is your full circle, and then you also need to divide this circle into 12 equal parts. This circle are not the same size, ladies and gentlemen. This one is at radius 25 and this one is at radius 8. So you just have to transfer A, construct A, and all these other points there. So if this is A looking from the top, meaning here it will be the top, because this is our top view, okay, meaning here it will be A, so A will be here, okay, this will be our A. And then when we label clockwise, so it will be A here. Let's label with alphabets: B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and L. Right, so labeling here, from here we are labeling clockwise here on our top view, and then looking from that side, which is on our front view, our A will be at the top and our G will be at the bottom, meaning our G will be here, okay. And then if this is our G, it will be A, B, or B will be this side: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? B, C, D, E, F, and G here, okay. H, I, J, K, and L, okay. So on this line here we have B and L, so it will be B, L. And then on this line we have C, K, we have DJ here, E, I, H, F, and G, okay. So here it will be G on this line, then here it will be G, meaning here we have E and G, okay. So G will be at the bottom, and then you just have to also construct all these other points from your auxiliary view here. So construct them to your main pipe, all of them, so that we can get our top view of the branch pipe. This one is D, okay. So this is A, this is G, and here it will be B. We have C, we have D, we have E, we have F, okay. We have G here, then here we have H, H is here, it's H, we have I is on the second line here, this is I, J, K, and the last one is L, okay. So simply using your free hand, or you can use your flexi curve, you can join all these points here. Okay, so here it will be our B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and the last one is L, okay. So we can use our solid lines here so that we are able to see where all these lines interpenetrate, okay. So I am going to use my solid lines. Right, and then here I can simply use my hidden details because this thing is solid here. So now one thing that we will need to do is that we will need to complete our incomplete front view. Right, so doing that we will have to check how long is A interpenetrating until our main pipe, and then all these other points, okay. So starting with A, it is interpenetrating from here until here, so you need to construct until where it is interpenetrating to our front view, and then where it meets with A you have to make a point, okay. And then if we can check, this is not only line A, it is line A and line G, okay. So line A and line G are interpenetrating until here on number 4, meaning this is line 4. We will have a point here, and also we'll have a point here, okay. And then going to B, we check that B it is interpenetrating until here. Okay, let's construct B. And from your drawing also, you will see that not only B is interpenetrating until here. We have L on this side, and then we have F, which is below E, which is below B, and then we have also H, which is below L. Okay, so coming here, we'll have to look for L and B. So B and L are on the same line, which is here. So moving from here, we come downwards here on line BL, and then also we'll have to look for F and H, which is F and H will be here. So from here, we are going a little bit up, which is we'll have a point here on line H and F. Okay, and then also from B we are going to C. So C is interpenetrating from here until there, which is between 5 and 6. Okay, and then you can see that not only C is interpenetrating until there, so also K, it is interpenetrating until here, which is between 2 and 3. And then below K we have I, so I is also interpenetrating from here until here. Okay, then also under C we have E. So coming here, we'll have to look for C and K. So C and K are on the same line here on our front view. They are interpenetrating until here, and then we have to look for EI. They are interpenetrating until here, right? And then now the last one we'll have is D. So, and then D, it is not the only one that is interpenetrating until here. Okay, and you can see that also J, it is interpenetrating until here. Okay, they are on the same line. So D and J are on the same line on our front view, right? So, and then now all you need to is that you will need to use your freehand or your flexi curve. Right, so here that's how you should get your complete front view, ladies and gentlemen. So now what we will need to is that we will need to develop our main pipe starting from 1 going to 2. Okay, and you can see the direction here. So we start from 1 until we get back to 1. Okay, so we must not forget to show our calculations. So every time when we are dealing with cylinder, when it comes to development, we are using this formula here, pi times diameter. Okay, pi times diameter, or you can use 2 pi radius. It's up to you. So when we use pi times diameter, we are going to say, because we are developing this main pipe, we are going to say it is going to be equal to pi times diameter is 60, right? And then when you calculate that, it is giving me 188,495, meaning we can make it 188,50. Okay, then when it comes to here, we can say this is equals to 2 pi millimeters. 2 pi, if this is a diameter 60, meaning the radius will be half this diameter. Okay, so it will be 60 over 2. Okay, so we can say 2 pi times 60 over 2. Also, it is giving me 188,495. So you can say it's 188,50 millimeter. Okay, this one is for main pipe. Yeah. So we come here, we construct the horizontal line, and then on this horizontal line we have to measure 188. Okay, which is 0. This will be 100, 180, 85, 86, 87, 88 will be here. Between 8 and 9 there, So it will be 188,50. Okay, and then you will need to also have to construct another line segment here below this one that we just did and divide it into 12 equal parts. Okay, so just take your compass and you set it any distance, and then starting from one here, we divide this line segment at any angle. This line segment is at an angle 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, and then now the last point here on this line, you will have to connect it with our length, which is 188,50. And then in order for us to divide this line segment, we will have to construct parallel lines to this one here. Parallel lines to this one. And then I will have to finish constructing all these lines here. And when you are done, you will need to label here so that you don't get lost. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one comes back here again. Okay, 1 and 1 here, then 12 will be here. And then now you will need to construct your vertical lines from all the points. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and then now you will also need to include your height for the main pipe, because a main pipe has a height of 70. So taking a measuring ruler, can measure 70 from 1 here. Okay, so here it will be our height of the main pipe. So you can use your solid line there for the height. Then now you will need to check your point of interpenetration on your main pipe. Okay, when we say point of interpenetration, we mean these points here. Okay, so and as you can see that your points are between 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, and 5 and 6. Okay, then from 6 until 1 again, there are no points of interpenetration. So you are going to have your points between 2 and between 6 here. So you are going to have your point somewhere here. So now you will need to take your compass, because we are mostly working with our compass here for points of interpenetration. So now you will say, starting with here at A, let's start with number 4. So on number 4 here, what do you have? You have 2 points of interpenetration, which is point G and point A. So we come here on our front view and fetch point G So here we look for line 4, and on line 4 we have our G here, right? And then also on line 4 from the top, here it will be our line A. Line 4 from the top, here it will be our A. So it will be A and G here. Okay. And then from 4 approaching 3 here, we have another point of interpenetration, which is L and H. Okay. From 4 approaching 3. So we take our compass and put it here at 4. Approaching 3, here is 3. So here it will be your point of interpenetration, which is where L it is now. So from 4, standing here on the XY line, approaching 3, you will have your vertical line there. Okay. So on this vertical line, you need 2 points of interpenetration, which is L and H. Then also you will have the other ones at the back, but for now they are not necessary. So let's focus on L and H. So going to our front view, L and H, here is H and there is L. So I will have to fetch this point, and then I will have to also fetch this point here. So standing on my XY line, on that line from the base, here will be my H. Okay, this will be H, and then from the top on that line, it will be my L here. Here it will be my L, and from the top again coming here, this will be L. Alright, and then now from 3, which is 3 is here, 3 approaching 2, we have 2 points of interpenetration, which is K and L. So I am going to take my compass and put it here on 3. 3 approaching 2, I have a point of interpenetration here, which is K and I. So this is from 3, right? So also from 3, which is here, 3 approaching 2, I have a point of interpenetration there. Then I will have to construct my vertical lines. And then on this vertical line here, I will have K and I. So K and I, and this I is here, and then K is there. So on this line, I will have I here. So coming on this line, I just constructed here. This is my I. And then also in this line, I will have K. K is here. So here it will be my K, it will be my I, right? So now the last one I come across from 3 approaching 2 is point G. So 3 approaching 2, I will have my point G here. Okay, so coming here, 3 approaching 2, to be my G here. So you must make sure that this line you are going to construct now does not touch line 2. It is closer to line 2, but it does not touch. Okay. So here, where's our point G? Point G is here on our front view. So fetching our point of interpenetration, which is G, is here, and then we have our G there. So we have a point here, here, and here, also here. So this one is G. And now coming back again here on line 4, from 4 we are going that side, which is from 4 we are coming this side, right? So from 4 approaching 5, we come across B and F, okay, which is they are interpenetrating here. So from 4 4 approaching 5, you come across B, which is here. Okay, so from 4 you're going to 5, you approach 5. So here at 4 approaching 5, we have point of interpenetration there. So on that line we'll have we'll have 2 points, which is B and F. So coming here on this line, we have to look for F, which is F is here, and B is there. So I will have to fetch those 2 points. So standing on this line here, this is my F. Then on this line, I will have to show F here, F, and then from the top, also on this line, I will have to show my B. So on this line from the top, it will be our B there. And now from 4 approaching 5, we come across only line B and F. So now we are at 5. From 5 approaching 6, we come across 2 lines, which is C, E, and D. Okay. From 5 approaching 6, we come across C, E here. So coming here, this is our 5 approaching 6. 5 approaching 6, we come across C, E there. Construct a vertical line, and then coming here on this line, we have 2 points of interpenetration. E is here, and then C is there. So these 2 points are the ones that I will need now for my front view. So this is C. Coming on this line, this is C, and then also E will be here. E. So it will be E. This will be C. Okay. And then the last one that we will need to is that from 5 approaching 6, we come across D. So from 5 here approaching 6, this will be 6. Then you adjust your compass a little bit. Then from 5 approaching 6, we come across D there. So with this distance, you come here and look for 5 approaching 6. It's there. And then now you need your vertical construction line. See, this also closer to 6, but it does not touch 6. And then here, where is our point D? Our point D in our front view is here. So we will need to come here on this line and collect our point D. Here it will be our point D. Okay. So this is D. And then when you are done, you can connect all these points with your free hand. You can use your flexi curve if you like. And then all these other lines here, they will be in construction. Okay, only these outer lines here will be solids, and then this point of interpenetration there. Okay, then now we will also need to develop our surface of the cylindrical pipe. Okay, use point A as the start position. Okay, so coming here, we say branch pipe here, because you must not forget your calculations. Branch pipe, we'll have to say pi times diameter. So here our diameter for the branch pipe is 50. So pi times 50 is going to give us 157.07. So you can say is 157.08 millimeter But if we would like to use this formula, we can also use it with, say, 2 pi times radius 2 pi 50 over 2. So 2 pi times 50 over 2. It is also giving us 157.08 millimeter. So with this 157, we'll have to include it here from A. This is 150 here, 155, 56, 57. So it will be here 55, 56, 57, between 7 and 8. So here, this will be your so this is where your branch pipe will end here. So we will also need sorry about that. We will also need to construct another line here at the bottom, and then we need to divide this line segment into 12 equal parts using our compass. So you can say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The last one is 12. And then this last one here, which is 12, you will have to join it with our length that we got, which is 157. And then you also need to construct parallel lines, like here. And then when you are done dividing your line segment, you'll have to construct your horizontal lines. Construct the horizontal lines. You can use your T-square. And then not forgetting to label, this is A, so B, C, G, H, I, J, K, L, and A again. So now, because we are developing our branch pipe, we are going to work with our draw length from our front view. This is our branch pipe. Okay. So now, checking A it is interpenetrating until here. Okay. So coming here, this will be our A, and not forgetting that we also have an A on this line. So A it is interpenetrating until here. So it will be this point there. Okay. And then we go to B. So B and L. So on this line we have B and L. B and L are interpenetrating until here. So this is B and L. So you come here and look for B and L. So this is B, and then L is here on the side. So meaning this point here of interpenetration, it is this one here and this one. And then here we have our CK. You can see this is CK. So standing at the base, we are going to point CK. So CK is here. C is here. Our C, and then our K, J, I, H, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. I forgot to include K here. So I made a mistake here. This is I, J. Oh, this one is K, not this is J, K, L, right? So also here K, we'll have a point there. Okay, meaning this point here, which is CK, it will be 1, 2 there, right? And if you can check here on the top view, C will be on that side and K will be on the side. You can see K is on the side, C is on that side. And then now we are going to D. So standing here at our base, our point will be D and J. D and J, so D will be here and J will be here, right? So this point of interpenetration here, it will be J and D. And then now we are going to E and I. This is E and I. So this point of interpenetration here, it will be at E, then I is here. So this one here is these 2 points. Then we have H and F. So standing here at our base, this is H and F, right? Then coming here on our development, we look for H. H is here. Then F. F is here. So I'm sure most of you guys can now see the importance of labeling when it comes to solids or interpenetration. Alright. And then the last one is G, which is it is here. So G, it is interpenetrating until here. So this will be our G. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is very, very simple. Please don't use colored markers, but if you want to use, you can use them for clarity purposes so that you can see what you are dealing with. Okay. So this is how you should get your development for the branch pipe, ladies and gentlemen. So if you found this video very helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up and please share it with your friends and share it with anyone who would like to watch this video. And thank you for taking your time to watch this video, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your day.